you all for attending today's Simple with Sycle webinar. My name is Peter Adams. I'm the Director of Marketing Communications here at Sycle. These Simple with Sycle webinar sessions are all designed to educate hearing care professionals about the benefits of Sycle. So for our current users, that may mean highlighting some features, or in this case, reports you may not be aware of. We host them every month, and since we know how busy you guys are, we really try to keep them digestible. So that means in between 10 to 15 minutes. In today's session, we're going to go ahead and discuss some of my favorite Sycle reports. And reporting is really the backbone of Sycle. It's why so many of our customers see their businesses grow. They really help deliver sort of the numbers and the analytics you need to succeed. So let's go ahead and dive in here. For those of you who are currently using Sycle, the appointments page is quite familiar. The first thing I want to mention, though, about Sycle reports, for those that aren't familiar, is everything we're about to look at, all the data, it's all compiled in the background based off of the information that you enter into the system every day while booking and completing appointments, while entering hearing aid sales. So up at the top here, you'll see we have our 4 main navigation tabs. We're going to go ahead and click on Reports. It's also important for me to mention that clinic administrators, those with admin privileges, are able to define who has access to these reports. And that's all done in the administrative section. You can allow users to view all reports, or perhaps providers, you just want them to view their own reports, or if you prefer, you can lock this section up in its entirety. So here we see that we have our sales reports on the left and our marketing reports over on the right. I'm going to begin by showing you what I call the mile-high view of how things are going in the practice, and that's with the Quick Business report. So clicking on the Quick Business link shows me this. Now, these are some common features you're going to find across all Sycle reports. You can choose to run them by individual office or all offices. You can manipulate your date range so that you really get the figures that you want, and you can run it by clinic stats or by provider. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit go right now. And like I said, Quick Business is the mile-high view. It gives me my gross revenues, my return revenues, all the big numbers I need to be aware of on a daily basis. But what I really love here, when I scroll down, I see that it's also calculating my close rate and my binaural rate, my average selling price. So, typically these are figures that can be kind of hard, hard numbers to crunch. Spend a lot of time doing it, outside of the office, at home, or in after hours, in Excel sheets, all of that. But with Sycle, again, it's all just based off of the data that you're entering into the system anyway. So there's no more double entry. There's no more hours spent manipulating numbers and all of that to get what you need. The next report I want to share with you today is a very cool one, the hearing aid sales report. And this is a great example of how granular reports in Sycle can be. This one report literally shows everything that pertains to a hearing aid transaction. So again, I could choose my filters here. It's the beginning of November, so why don't I just kick this start date back to October, so I'm sure that we have enough data to look at, and I'll click go. Okay, so there you have it. Scrolling down, you'll notice actually, as detailed as these reports are, when I scroll down, you'll notice that I have separate tables for my returns, exchanges, canceled orders, and replacements. So as detailed as it is, at the same time, it's organized in such a fashion that you really know what you're looking at when you're working with these reports. I won't scroll too fast. And then as I scroll horizontally, like I said, it's really capturing everything here. Another common piece of functionality to mention is anytime you see something hyperlinked in Sycle, it means you can click on that for more information, or in this case, to sort by these column headers. That makes sense. Okay, back up here, I click on the Reports tab once again. So those are 2 of my favorite sales reports. Turning our attention to marketing reports over here, let's take a look at referrals. These are great reports. They're really helping our users grow their patient base, really helping to sell more hearing aids and to grow the practice. The referral report, again, for current Sycle customers, you'll know that when you book an appointment in Sycle, you're required to enter that referral source and referral subcategory information. Well, doing so builds this report. I'm going to leave it set, all of these figures as is. Just go ahead and, again, to make sure we have enough data, change that to October 1, and I hit go. And as I'm moving through these, you can see they're pretty easy to get the hang of. They all sort of function in a similar way. All right, so here is my referral report for the hearing clinic. On the left-hand side, I see all of my referral sources that I have listed. Again, these I set up myself in the administration section of Sycle. And then across the top here, I see all of my different sort of appointment outcome categories, if you will. Now I can look in here and I can say, wow, that's pretty cool. I've had 10 patients, different patients come in off of my newspaper advertising. But as I look across here, I can see that already one of them is in the canceled column. I click on that number 1, and sure enough, there I have the patient's information. So what this report is doing is it's steering all of those sales opportunities back to me, so no one falls through the cracks. And again, this is where the incremental sales increase start happening. Close out of that. I really recommend for folks to check out this report, keep an eye on it, check it at least once a week, especially that canceled or rescheduled column, the ones, or anybody who's no-showed. Just, you know, it makes it so easy to stay on top of those patients and make sure that they're coming in. All right, another great marketing report is actually what we call the marketing list. This is hugely, hugely beneficial. I can't encourage people enough to really get in there, roll up your sleeves, and start using these marketing lists. They allow you to essentially slice and dice your database in any number of ways. So, for instance, if I go in here and choose hearing loss level, let's say, you know, a particular device comes out for treating a particular type of hearing loss or shape of loss that you're a big fan of. You think it's great technology. You really want to promote it to your patients. Let them know that you have this equipment in the office for them. You could come here and say, all right, give me a list of all of my patients that I've tested for a particular level, a particular type or shape of loss. I want current and prospect. And then I simply hit View Report. And there I have it. I have a complete list of all of my patients who match that particular type of loss or shape of loss. So now I know that these are the patients I need to reach out to and let them know that I have this device that would be really great for them. And what's nice is it trims down that mailing so that, you know, you're not just sending a mailing to everyone and hoping that those that it's relevant to come in. You're really doing a targeted campaign to those that matter. You know, it lowers the cost of those campaigns and increases, you know, the effectiveness of them. And again, if I look at this list here, any number of ways I can pull a list of patients based off their birth dates if I wanted to. I could pull a list of patients based off of their current equipment. So if you know a patient who is wearing device X is going to really like, you know, this new one that came out, you could do that. You could pull a list of patients who perhaps haven't purchased from you in 3+ years. Really sort of endless possibilities here. All right, I know this webinar was titled 3 reports, and I've already hit 4, but there is one more pretty cool one that I want to share with you. You know, some people are more visual learners than others. So what we've done is we've built what we call the Sycle dashboard. And this is a more visual representation of some of those key data points, analytics that you guys need in the business. And it's done in a more visual way, so you know you can really sort of compare and contrast. So we have hearing aid revenue, units sold. It'll even let you know how many new patients you've added to your database and what percentage of your appointments are for new patients compared to the total number of appointments. So kind of some fun numbers to have on hand, have on the ready. So that really is a quick introduction to Sycle reports, simple, powerful solutions, all designed to make life in the clinic easier for everyone. So I hope you've all found this information helpful. To learn more about Sycle reports, you can contact us at info@sycle.net, or our team, just give us a ring, 888-881-7925. We'd be happy to set up a one-on-one demo to further explore any of these reports or any of the others you're interested in learning about. Training is always free with Sycle, so give us a ring. And if you're not a current Sycle user and you'd like a complete walkthrough of the system, just give us a call and we'll set something up for you. Keep an eye open for our next Simple with Sycle webinar invitation coming soon. We're already working on it, just need to get it on a calendar, and as soon as we do, we'll let you guys know. We're really excited to bring these to you. Talk to you soon.